Hi, and welcome to Brain Friendly Presentations, where we teach you how to present based on how the brain receives, processes, and remembers information. My name is Ákos Gerold, and today I'm going to tell you what is probably the biggest mistake when it comes to slide presentations and how slides are used, why people make it, and how to avoid it. Recently, a client contacted me saying that she wanted my help in order to prepare for a very, very important presentation. She sent me a slide deck that she had prepared, saying that this is going to be the basis for our presentation. Now, the slides in that deck contained lots of bullet points. I remember one slide with 12 or 15 bullet points, and the others weren't very different either. I told her, I explained to her that, look, I understand that this is how most people present, but there is plentiful science on this, and it shows very clearly that the brain is distracted by so much visual information. So when you show this much visual information and you speak at the same time, the brain will focus on the visual and will not hear what you say. I actually measure this in the presentation skills training which I give all over the world. And this is the essence. So you have to reduce the amount of visual information, because otherwise, the audience will be reading and you just shoot yourself in the foot. And you know what she said? She admitted that she knew about it. She said, yes, I know. I had suffered through a lot of such presentations, and I was distracted, and it gives me a headache just to think about how bad these presentations are. And then I ask, okay, but why are you doing this, or why do you want to do the same thing to your audience? And she didn't have an answer to this. But I know why. The first reason is that most people to this very, very day are still not aware how bad it is to put a lot of visual information in the slide. I already told you, it simply distracts the audience. Why? The brain cannot focus on two things simultaneously. The visual information and the verbal information are two sources of information that the brain needs to absorb simultaneously. And this applies even when you are talking about the same thing as what is in the slide. So this is one reason. People are not aware of how bad it is. The second reason is that, unfortunately, still there aren't too many trainers who show people how to do it. So even if you have some level of awareness and you have experienced how bad using detail-heavy slides is, most people simply don't know what the solution is, how they can avoid it. Well, I'll tell you what the solution is. If we go back to the two sources of information at the same time, what you have to do is, if you're going to keep talking, you simply have to reduce the amount of visual information. So you can't have the 10, 12, or even 3, 4, 5 bullet points. It doesn't make sense. What you want to do is, you want to have an image, and you want to have just a few words. Up to 3, perhaps 4, 5 maximum. But preferably 3, or up to 3. Now, okay, this is sometimes possible when you are just delivering main important messages, but it's sometimes not. And then very often when I say this to people who just need to present a lot of data, they say, yes, but look, I work in finance, I can't do that. My bosses and clients and my colleagues just want to see the tables and the graphs and all of that. So there is a solution for that as well. And it's also based on how the brain works. So you see, when you need to show a lot of information all at once, like tables, graphs, charts, etc. What you want to do is, you cannot talk at the same time, because your audience will not hear what you are saying. This is what what I make my clients feel in the training I give, and what happens is just the jaws simply hit the floor. You can hear it when they experience that they didn't hear something that they were supposed to, that I said, because I had too much information in the slides. So when you have to deal with that situation, what you do is, first, before you show the slide, first you need to tell your audience what you're going to show them. Second, then you show the slide, but stop talking. You give them some time to study it, and then you walk them through, and this is the third step, so 3, you walk them through the important things, because you don't need to talk about everything that's in that table or graph or chart. Just what with the messages, what the important takeaways are. So, of course, you cannot keep the full chart or table there. You have to reduce it to just the part or just the cells that you are talking about. You have to make it impossible for them to see the rest. Because if it's still there, if you just put a red circle around that particular part of the graph or table, they are still able to see everything, and believe me, they will look at it, because they just might remember to check out something here or there. So these 3 steps are how you can overcome these problems. These are things that are unfortunately not taught. So if you found this useful, and if you want to make your presentations brain-friendly and thus more effective, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to receive alerts on when the new videos are out, or you can go to my website, which you will find in the notes, and you will find plenty of information for free there. Take care. Happy presenting.